Hey guys, my name is Hamza Arshad, and today we will be cracking the non-calc section of practice test 1. So before watching this video, I'd advise you to try out the non-calc section of practice test 1 yourself, and then refer to the questions which you found difficult while practicing the actual test. Alright, so first of all, you have question number 1. If x minus 1 over 3 is equals to k and k is equals to 3, what is the value of x? So k is equal to 3, so we can write this as x minus 1 upon 3 is equals to 3. X minus 1 is equals to 9, and then x is equals to 9 plus 1, x is equals to 10. So this is basically a simple algebra question. Next up, we have a complex number question for I is equals to root of minus 1. What is the sum of 7 plus 3i plus minus 8 plus 9i? So in this question, we will add up the real numbers together and the imaginary numbers together. You cannot add up a real and an imaginary number together. So we will just write 7 minus 8 plus 3i plus 9i minus 1 plus 12i, and this gives you the answer as A. Okay, so next up we have question number 3. On Saturday afternoon, Armand sent M text messages each hour for 5 hours, and Tyrone sent P text messages each hour for 4 hours. Which of the following represents the total number of messages sent by Armand and Tyrone on Saturday afternoon? So basically, first of all, they've given us M and P. So we have to understand what M and P are. M is the number of text messages sent each hour. So if you want to write a unit for this, the unit would be text messages per hour upon hour. So basically, M is equals to text messages upon hour. So to find out the number of text messages, what will you have to do? You will have to multiply the number of hours with M. So text messages for Armand are M, and he sends these messages for 5 hours, right? 6 to 5M. Another thing you can do is simply use a proportion. So this is just a form of intuitive understanding for this question, right? You have M text messages for 1 hour. So how many text messages will you have for 5 hours? So X is equals to 5M. So these are just the various ways you can actually go about such questions. So the total number of text messages sent by Armand are 5M. And therefore, by the same virtue, for example, if we use the proportion method, P messages in 1 hour. So how many messages will be sent in 4 hours? You get X as 4P. So the total number will be 5M plus 4P, and you get the answer as C. Alright, so now we have question number 4. As a repair technician for a phone company, each week she receives a batch of phones that need repairs. The number of phones that she has left to fix at the end of each day can be estimated with the equation P is equals to 108 minus 23D, where P is the number of phones left and D is the number of days she has worked. What is the meaning of the value 108 in this equation? Alright, so basically this is an equation where you will use D to calculate P essentially. And you can see here that, for example, if she has worked for 1 day, you will have 108 minus 23 times 1, and that gives you, whatever that gives you, right? So the number keeps decreasing. When you have 2 days, that number will further decrease. And basically, you're starting at 108, right? When you're at day 0, what's the case? P is equals to 108 minus 23 times 0. So the number of phones left are 108. So the number of phones left on day 0 are 108. So what's another way we can say what 108 is? 108 is the number of phones that she is starting with, because on day 1 that number will decrease, and on day 2 that number will further decrease because more and more phones are repaired. So 108 are the total number of unrepaired phones that she gets in the start, and then she keeps fixing 23 phones per day. So this is basically how you have to look at such questions. You have to model this equation. You have to see that, for example, if you're inputting the number of days as 0, what are you getting, right? So the number of phones that she has left to fix at the end of each day is P. So 108 minus 23 times 0, i.e. on day 0, she is left with fixing 108 phones. So she starts each week with 108 phones to fix. Right, so here we have another algebra related question: x square y minus 3y square plus 5x y square minus x square y plus 3xy square minus 3y square. So basically, let's couple the coefficients together, right? Like x square y, here we have x square y, so let's couple these numbers together. So x square y minus, actually first of all, let's open this up, right? X square y minus 3y square plus 5xy square plus x square y minus 3xy square plus 3y square. So now we have this entire thing opened up. So add both of these up, you get 2x square y. Subtract these both, you get 0, so you cancel them out. Here you will subtract these both and you will get plus 2xy square, and that's it. So this expression simplifies into this, so you will have the answer as C. Alright, so next up, a pediatrician uses the model above to estimate the height age of a boy, A in inches in terms of the boy's age, A in years, between the ages of 2 to 5. Based on the model, what is the estimated increase in inches of a boy's height each year? So basically, first of all, let's see, after 1 year, what will the boy's height be? So 3 and the boy's age, right? So between the ages of 2 to 5. So first we have age of 2 plus 28.6. H is equals to 6 plus 28.6, and that gives you 34.6. Next up, if we have age of 3 plus 28.6, we get the height as 9 plus 28.6, so 37.6. So between year between when the boy is 3 years old and the boy is 2 years old, the height increases from 34.6 to 37.6. So you will subtract 37.6 minus 34.6 is equals to 3. Another simpler way you can go about this is by seeing that here 28.6 is a constant, right? It just exists. Whatever height you're going to get, it's going to be greater than 28.6. And A is the number of years. And along with A, the coefficient of A is 3. So each year you are increasing the height by 3, because when that age is going to be when the age is going to increase by 1, then the height is going to increase by 3. When the age is going to increase by 2, the height is going to increase by 6. So if the height is increasing by 6 for 2 years, then for 1 year it will increase by 3. So this is just another way in which you can interpret an equation that they've given you. Alright, the formula above gives the monthly payment M needed to pay off a loan of P dollars at R% annual interest over 9 months. Which of the following gives P in terms of M, R, and N? So basically, this is another question for subject formation. We have to make P the subject. So let's try solving this. M upon P is equals to, alright, this is a pretty big equation. 1 plus R upon 1200 to the power N divided by 1 plus R upon 1200 minus 1. Alright, so now we will send M here. M will be in the denominator. So 1 upon P is equal to R upon 1200, 1 plus R, oh god, 1 plus R upon 1200 to the power N upon 1 plus r upon 1200 minus 1, and this entire thing is multiplied by m. Since this is 1 upon p, so we will just take a reciprocal to find out p, and that will be 1 plus r upon 1200 minus 1 m upon, so the numerator will become the denominator since we're taking the reciprocal, and 1 plus r upon 1200 to the power n. So you can see that which option is fitting for this. The option that is fitting for this is wait, I'm really sorry, I forgot to put n over here. So if we have n here, then we will also have n here, and then we will also have n here. So the option that matches the expression or the equation that we have gotten is B. So B is your answer. If A upon B is equals to 2, what is the value of 4B upon A? So if A upon B is equal to 2, then, A upon B is equals to 2, then B upon A should be 1 upon 2. So 1 upon 2 times 4 will give you 4 upon 2, and that will give you 2. So you get the answer as C. Alright, so question number 9, what is the solution xy to the system of equations above? So this is a simultaneous equation. The method that I usually use for simultaneous equations is the substitution method. So here we have 3 times 2y plus 19 plus 4y is equals to minus 23. 6y plus, what's 19 times 3? 9 3 is a 27, 3 1 is a 3, 4, 5, 57. Plus 4y is equals to minus 23. 10y is equals to minus 57 minus 23. So 57 plus 23 is 10 plus 2, 7, 8, 80. So 10y is equals to minus 80, y is equals to minus 8. You can see that minus 8 as y is only in B. So I'm going to choose B. The other thing you can do to check this answer is simply use this value of y to calculate the value of x, and if it is 3, then B is for sure your answer. Alright. For the function g defined above, a is a constant and g4 is 8. What is the value of g minus 4? Alright, so first of all, we should find out the value of a. So g4, so input 4 into this is equals to 8. So 16a plus 24 is equals to 8. 16a is equals to 8 minus 24. 16a is equals to minus 16. A is equals to minus 1. So what is the value of g? And input minus 4 into it. So minus 1 times minus 4 square plus 24. This will give you minus 1, 16 plus 24. Minus 16 plus 24. That gives you 8. So you can see that since we are inputting minus 4 into the equation, and in both cases the 4 is getting squared, so x square is going to be the same regardless of 4 or minus 4, and since a is the same, the value of g4 and g minus 4 is the same. So instead of doing this calculation, you could have simply seen that as well. In the equation above, B and C represent the price per pound in dollar of beef and chicken respectively X weeks after July during last summer. What is the price per pound of beef when it was equal to the price per pound of chicken? So just equate B and C together. Plus 0.25x is equals to 1.75 plus 0.40x. Alright, so we have to find out the value of x. 2.35 minus 1.75 is equals to 0.40x minus 0.25x. Let's subtract this. 0, 1, 13, 3, 6, 0.60 divided by 0. This is 0.15. So this will give you 4. 0. I think 4. Yeah, this should give you 4. Okay, so we have the value of x and they're asking us what is the price per pound of beef. So for beef, we're simply going to input this value of x. So I'm just going to move over here. B is equals to 2.35 plus 0.25 4. 2.35 plus 4 into 0.25 is, I'm just going to calculate that in front of you. 5 4s are 20, 4 2s are 8, 9, 10. So plus 1 is 3.35. And you get the answer as D.